Timmy! Timmy, if you don't come now, there'll be no time for story time.
Are you quitting, Mum?
Come on, I have to get the supper on. I mean it, Timothy Amen.
Oh, I love it when she touches her lip with her finger like that.
Did she tell you where her husband was fighting?
Like I care about her husband.
You shouldn't have let her down there, Casey. It's against orders.
Yeah. And if we did everything we were told, we'd be Nazis.
Jean. His name is Jean.
Never. It's really never.
Maybe by himself.
That doesn't count.
Is he Christian? Because I only do things with Christians.
He's not asking you to give him the last rites, Iris.
I've never had never before. I suppose if it's really never, he'll do what I say. Ooh, I like that.
So how's about you and me? In the park?
In the park? In this dress? Who do you think you are, Cary Grant?
I'll buy you one, Daphne. I wanted to join the Fusilier Royal. But they found out I was only 15.
Only 15?
Yeah.
So that makes you how old now, do you?
17. But, you know, they don't ask questions in Toronto.
Let's go to the park, and I'll show you some answers.
Here he comes. Just ignore him.
He's bursting to tell us. I know it. No, I don't smoke.
Everybody smokes after.
After what?
After what you and Iris did in the park.
Okay, deal.
Hey, Jean. I bet she taught you some French you didn't know, huh?
Well, she told me I was the fastest. That's great, eh?
Yeah, that's great.
But how come? If it feels so good. I mean, it's a sin.
Did you? Yeah, you were never a good shot. You never were a good shot.
He's coming round. He's coming back for another go. Here he comes. Dive! Sorry, I seem to have lost my knickers.
Cut. Stop the smoke, please. Can we get Mr. Coward some underpants?
Right away, Mr. Lean.
We ought to have somebody standing by with a towel. Is anybody watching this blood? Can we get someone from makeup, please?
No, you're marvelous. That's exactly what happened. And even after the Kipling rescued us, we were under constant attack until we reached Cairo.
Lord Mountbatten, could we have you over there, sir?
Of course. Sorry, Noel, this won't take a minute.
Oh, don't mind me. I've grown accustomed to being abandoned naked and covered in grease.
Very well.
On second thoughts, why don't we have the two of you together?
Oh, good idea.
Yes, all right. Hold on. Let me wipe my face so the world will think that you are pulling Al Jolson out of a vat of chocolate.
I think over there would be fine. Lord Mountbatten, if you could perhaps extend a hand to Mr. Coward.
Like this?
Yes, that's marvellous. It'll make a wonderful headline.
All right.
All right, lads, we've got to get this shot. It's important. Yeah, that's good. The two of them together. Perfect. Perfect.
Very good.
What was it that fellow Clausewitz muttered? Something about war being the continuation of diplomacy by other means? Well, in your case, war is the continuation of publicity by other means. Come along, I want you to meet someone.
Who?
My dear, dear Celia.
Oh, I'd love to meet her.
Celia, what are you, darling?
She is so talented. So very good, very realistic, all of this. Marvelous, really. Just marvelous.
Dickie Mountbatten? You're not serious. He left a convoy unprotected and blundered into a trap.
Ah, but it showed initiative to hunt that submarine.
Give him combined operations?
Why not? Keyes has done nothing with it. Surely it's a task for a younger man, a man with dash, a man the public regards as a hero.
Really, Winston, I realize that Mountbatten is the king's cousin, but he's still only a captain.
At least he has an offensive spirit. Whenever I ask you for offensive plans, all you offer me is a masterly treatise on why nothing can be done. You all stink of defeat. Even you've gone native brookie.
We're fighting for our survival, Winston, not your place in the opinion polls.
Don't any of you understand? None of us will survive if the Russians are defeated. They are desperately fending off 3 million German troops across a 2,000-mile front. The only way to take the pressure off them is to force the Germans to withdraw troops to fight on another front. The public understand this, gentlemen, which is why they want to see us fighting in France. In France.
In the future, Brookie, I'd suggest a little less the headmaster, a little more the nanny.
Well, are you the man I want?
What would be my exact responsibilities?
To never say no. To do what needs to be done.
Which is?
To convince the Nazis an invasion of France is imminent.
And it will silence your critics to boot.
Perhaps.
And to do all this, I'd assume Admiral Keyes' rank and title?
Ah, no. We thought your title should be Advisor to Combined Operations.
Advisor?
To begin.
I see.
William. I swear they get this from the officer's latrine.
We haven't had anything that looks like meat in months.
I keep telling them. It's the same stuff every night. They just keep changing the color.
Beats my mom's. Hey, Lionel, I was thinking that, maybe tonight, we could, you know, go out and bash ourselves some lineys. What do you say? Lionel?
I can't.
Hey, now that's hot off the press.
Lionel!
You were thinking?
This ain't food, it's an infection!
Hey, Tommy, good one!
As you were.
Who threw that?
Pick this up, Private. I said pick it up, Private. Hurry it up. This isn't a girls' school. This is the Army.
The kid volunteered, goddammit. We all volunteered to come here and kill Krauts, not wipe the crap off your boots!
Sergeant, arrest this man. Soldier, you have... What?
Yes, sir. Here's for you. Hurrah! Like some of this. Come on. There you go. Major. Come on. I don't want any more. There you go.
Sir, I suggest a withdrawal. This way.
Outrageous! Outrageous! I tell you, this is the last straw. In the last war, men were shot for lesser offenses. You men are not fit to wear this uniform. You're not even fit to wear these long johns. I'll see you all naked and crawling in the mud before I allow you to dishonor me. Understand this. You're not just men, you're soldiers.
How could he do that to his own men?
This uniform is sacred! And I will see to it that you will stand here forever before I allow you to dishonor it. If that means all year, I'll do it.
Don't get out.
Am I making myself clear?
Yes, sir!
I'm asking as a friend.
Please, don't ask.
Look, I just sent Brian packing. I need someone to take over the 2nd Division right now. You're the best I've got.
Andy, I can't walk away from the men of the horse artillery.
What an ass. What did you do to get put on that list anyway?
I don't know. Second time this week I've been on
Not
this
now.
Sir.
I promised them I'd lead them back to France and all the way to Berlin.
I don't have time to hear about promises. We're fighting a goddamn war.
But we're not. Your problem with morale won't be solved by shuffling officers. It won't be solved until you get us fighting. We've been sitting about for 2 years.
You're taking charge of the 2nd, effective immediately.
Is that an order?
Since you insist. Yes, it is.
Hello, Magnus.
Good evening, sir. Are you just come by for the entertainment?
Is this a normal night?
No, it's abnormal. Morton's sober tonight.
Morton.
Hear the impertinence I have to put up with? Straight out of Osgood Law School. Crown's on his shoulder and a lip on him worse than his father's. You remember his father?
I sure do. So, how are you, Morton? It's been a long time.
Yes, sir.
You're in charge of these men, are you?
Most of the time.
It's not a part-time job, Major.
I've never seen Churchill so upset. He's absolutely desperate. Got to come up with something big. What about invading Norway? Winston's man keen on the idea?
Sir.
The distance and the weather present considerable obstacles.
There are no obstacles, Emmett. Only challenges.
I asked to see my staff.
This is the staff, such as it is.
It is. Gentlemen, please be seated. I realize Combined Operations has been a bit of a poor cousin to the other services. But let me assure you, those days are over. Now, the War Office has identified 6 French ports suitable for raids on a divisional scale.
That's 10 times bigger than anything we've ever attempted.
Right. Well, it's up to us to choose one of these and do it.
Sir.
Yes?
With respect, sir, we've been making up plans for 2 years. But it's hard to see the point since the Army, Navy, and Air Force commanders keep finding excuses not to carry them out.
Gentlemen, let me assure you, Raids planned on my watch will be carried out. I intend to make combined operations the rival of all the other services. I trust none of you had plans for this evening. Shall we begin?
Can you believe this? Another 6 miles, and we'll have done 250 with a 60-pound pack on my back.
You actually got stuff in there?
You don't?
Carry 60 pounds, 250 miles? What do I look like, a bloody camel?
He's right!
Morton has not got out of his jeep in a week.
Who cares?
Hey, it's General Roberts.
I swear, you cheer Hitler.
Get out. Magnus, get him a full pack. Morton, we're doing the rest of the march double time.
Yes, sir. You can't stay out front and lead these men, then your war's over.
Driver, get this vehicle back to transport.
Sir.
Make way for the General's jeep! Close up! Close up!
Is it true Morton saved your life?
That's right.
Charlie, don't worry about the problems. Just do it and see. We can always get it right the second time.
Yes, all right. Oh, remember your 4
May I
o'clock
take
with
those?
Time magazine.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, what is it you want to show me?
We've almost finished planning for San Nazaire.
What's there?
It's the only dry dock on the Atlantic coast capable of servicing German battleships.
I suppose that's a start.
It'll be our biggest raid to date, 500 men.
Should be good fun, sir. All right. As soon as you have a plan, I'll sell it to the chiefs.
Then, in May, we're hoping to retake the Channel Island of Alderney.
Pallet, I can hardly spend a weekend at Chequers with the PM, bragging about putting a couple of chaps ashore in a rubber dinghy. Now, what about that list of 6 French ports I gave you?
Over here. In June, the weather is perfect for something big in France. But I think we should go
I'm
direct.
getting them as quickly
Take
as I
the old
can.
ferry route. New Haven to Dieppe.
Dieppe? Pallet, have you been there? Dieppe's all rocky beach and great ruddy cliffs. It wasn't even included among the 6.
Precisely. Far too many people had access to that list. If we're to send 5,000 men over to France, we'll need tighter security.
Dieppe it is, then. And what will we do there?
We're working on that.
What's this?
Operation Imperator.
Here's the Second Zephyr.
Imagine,
Thank you.
we land 3 brigades, they race to Paris, blow up the Gestapo headquarters, and then try to find a way home.
Exactly the sort of thing I'm looking for. Ah, my office.
It's coming along rather well, don't you think?
Yes, it should be done by now.
They've been working through the night.
Here, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know, sir.
That's because it was built by foreigners. All right, Hallett, give us a hand. Yeah.
Yes, sir?
Harry, how was the flight from Ottawa? Uneventful, thank God. So, Andy, who's at the party? Your old school chum Brookie is here. Ah, come in. Churchill's on the wireless.
We shouldn't be doing this. Steph, who owns all the food in there? I guess the army. Now, since we're in the army, doesn't it follow that that food belongs to us? Yeah. Let's go.
We have only just been able to keep our heads above water at home. Only by a narrow margin have we brought in the food and supplies. Everything we have has been deployed, either against the enemy or awaiting his attack. We had to do our best to give substantial aid to Russia. We gave it in her darkest hour, and we must not fail in our undertaking now. You know I have never prophesied to you or promised smooth and easy things. And now all I have to offer is hard adverse war for many months ahead. Many misfortunes, severe, torturing losses. The whole future of mankind may depend upon our action and upon our conduct. So far, we have not failed. We shall not fail now.
You have been listening to Prime Minister.
You're going. Are you crazy? Go. I'll catch up. Oh.
Right, living in a place about 60 miles east of the track.
It was nice. I saw you staring at her.
So what did you think? I wasn't staring.
Oh, she's beautiful, isn't she? Her name is Anne Westwood, and we work together on the Russia Relief. Come on, I'll introduce you.
Mabel, will you stop trying to set me up?
It's time you took an interest. Now,
We've got a bit of a problem in the kitchen. Could you come?
Andy, introduce Hamilton to Anne.
Come on, an important introduction. Now, Roberts, congratulations on getting the second division.
Thank you, sir. Certainly the safest job in England.
How so?
If you insist on his fighting under Canadian command, he'll never have to leave the barracks.
Canadian command of Canadian forces is not about some vanity or pique on my part. It's official government policy.
Actually, that position has changed. If you wanted to fight under British command, we're available.
Not as long as I am in charge. They had 85,000 men in Singapore, couldn't hold off 10,000 Japs. And you want them to command us? Hell, the last time you gave our troops to the Brits, they lost them all in Hong Kong.
Excuse me.
No matter what you do.
Rookie, don't worry about Andy. Believe me, we're on side and anxious to get into the fight. I understand Mountbatten's planning a big show. We'll take it. Don't you want to know what it is?
I'll take anything as long as it gets us into action before the Americans.
I've insisted Monty oversee the military planning. There wouldn't be any room at the top for Andy.
Well, since you'll be in Ottawa for the next month or so, I shouldn't think that will be a problem.
And in his absence, you'll be in charge.
Of course.
So good to have you back, Harry.
Can't believe Ottawa wants to push us into action. Crerar announces it like it's the weather. They want us to fight. Fine, let's do it for military reasons, not political ones.
Andy, I need you in the kitchen. Hamilton, circulate.
Are you okay? It's also really. I thought she was living in California.
listening to what you were saying.
I've lost a few battles in my time, but I'll be damned if I'm going to go in there and announce that I've lost a roast of beef. Now, it didn't just climb back on the hoof and wander out. Find it!
Wait, don't you guys think we should wait for Casey?
Nah, he's probably upstairs with the maid.
I don't think so. Hey, pass the potatoes.
There's the potatoes.
Bread.
Andy, there you are. I almost forgot to give you this. Anything important?
You want me back in Ottawa for consultations?
Ah, well, it'll do you good to get away. You need a rest? This is good.
You bastards.
Casey? I can explain.
You forgot the wine.
Come on, quiet.
And for those of you who are red meat lovers,
Will be other lips that I may kiss, but they won't thrill me like yours used to do. Yes, I may dream a million dreams, but how can they come true if there will never, ever be another you? I'll just play, shall I? I can't talk and play at the same time. Especially when I'm playing with both hands.
You're doing very well. Here it is.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I've forgotten the etiquette. Good night.
You might come in.
No, no.
Thank you. I suppose I should confess our meeting wasn't exactly a coincidence.
What do you mean?
It took all of my courage to follow you into that music room.
I'm glad you did.
Tell me, when you swim, Do you dive in or do you wade in?
One toe at a time.
Thought so.
Well, now you know the address. Good night.
Good night.
Let me try to put it another way. Frankly, General, I'm only meeting with you because General Brooke asked me. Now, you play polo, I understand. Occasionally.
Lord Mountbatten is regarded as one of the great players of his generation.
Ah, well then, have you ever been injured and forced to sit on the sidelines? It's a hazardous sport. Well, perhaps you can understand then how frustrating it is for my men to be sidelined for 3 years. And just to be constantly reading about the Australians and the English troops getting into the fight and not being able to join them.
Commando operations require a good deal more training than your chaps.
Well, we'll get the training. Just give us the chance, and we'll fight with the same daring as we did in the last war.
Forgive me, sir. Might I have a word? Would you mind waiting inside?
They might be right for Dieppe.
But we have the Royal Marines.
They don't have a tail.
A tail?
This job doesn't call for marsupials. They lack support. We'd have to find them everything, from engineers to tanks. The Canadians come fully equipped.
And there's no one else?
Well, Harry, perhaps we can do business after all. Come and have a look.
What do you think of that one?
Looks like a cute.
Cheers.
Heard anything?
Nothing.
Jaworski's pissed over there. Hey, Sarge. That's enough, huh?
Army! Another round!
Disgusting. The Allies fighting and dying, and these Canadians never met an enemy they couldn't drink.
That's what I asked the vicar. Who'll defend us from our defenders?
You heard from him?
No.
To Egypt. Never get them to Brighton. And now they're halfway around the world. Fancies ya?
Ignore him.
God, you're lovely.
Oh. What's Casey doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Move, I can't see, I can't see.
He's drunk.
Can't you read? Off limits.
Hey!
So do you think you'll get leave to take me to the pictures next week then? I'd really love to go.
Well, maybe if you're lucky.
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear.
Did you have to underline it so hard?
I'm a married woman. This is a small town. It's called discretion.
Yeah. Well, where I come from, it's called hypocrisy.
You promised never in public. You promised. And you rub up on me in front of everyone like I'm some Shaftesbury tart. You're right bastard, Casey.
Hey, I was bored, and I wanted you. I'm not going to apologize for that.
Oh, yes, you are.
Of course, the paratroops will also be in a position to assist the Canadians landing at Puy with seizing the harbour guns up on the East Headland. Simultaneously, troops landed at Pourville will move off the beach to provide close support for engineers dismantling the radar station here on the West Headland. Then, once the port has been encircled and overrun, we can move on to seize the divisional headquarters here at Arc. Troops from the main
I can't see any real military objective. Objective?
And together
The only objective is a bit of good publicity.
Here in Saint-Aubin. And that's about it. Oh, and then we go home, of course.
Are you expecting to stay on shore for more than a fortnight?
As presently envisioned, it's a two-tide operation.
That's 15 hours on shore, but no doubt you knew that.
And you intend to land 5,000 Canadians along with a brigade of tanks?
Correct, sir. Canadians here at Puy and Pourville, and the tanks at Quiberville.
In and out in 15 hours? Cannot be done. Cannot. Tanks landing 6 miles from town. 6. Crossing not one, but 2 rivers. 2. If the bridges are not heavily defended, they're no doubt rigged to be scuttled. By the time the men are off the flank beaches, the enemy will have summoned overwhelming reinforcements and destroyed the port before you set foot into town. This plan is the work of an amateur. An amateur.
When Monty says something cannot be done, he means it cannot be done by mere mortals.
Perhaps the General has a suggestion.
Pass me that folder, would you? Only 500 conscripts man the defenses. Do you have confidence in this intelligence?
Absolutely.
If the intelligence provided here is correct and the area is not heavily defended, I would, of course, land troops on the flanks. Here and here at Puy. I would, however, send the bulk of my force directly. Yes, gentlemen, frontally, right onto the main beach. Now, the key to the raid will be massive, devastating aerial and naval bombardment. That is essential. It must be so devastating that only nominal opposition will be encountered when you land the bulk of the force with tanks here on the main beach. That is the only way you will capture Dieppe. Agreed?
Well, I'd say that's game, set, and match. Agreed.
Good. Then I'll pop along and tell the Canadians, shall I?
What, you mean you didn't like it?
I liked it, but if it wasn't propaganda, it was a fairy tale.
It was great.
You're such a softy.
For Greer Garson, sure. Every man's fantasy wife.
Oh, please. She'd drive you round the bend in a minute. It would be like being perpetually surrounded by a choir of angels. Admit it, Hamilton. What you really want is for Rita Hayworth to come along, push you into this alley, push you up against this wall, and say something silly like, "Don't worry. I know it's going to get harder, but I'll make everything all right."
Major General Roberts?
Yes.
It's urgent, sir. I've got a car waiting for you. Beckman will drive your wife home.
my...
Well, run along, darling. I won't wait up.
Oh, okay. Any idea what this is about?
No, sir.
You must be Beckman.
Yes, ma'am.
Church.
Hello, sir.
I should have known you'd have something to do with all of this cloak and dagger. Magnus?
And then there were three.
What's going on?
We were hoping you'd know.
No idea. I was... Well, they just picked me up off the street.
Planning? Intelligence? Divisional commander? I'd say someone wants us for an operation.
Gentlemen, the 2nd Division has been chosen to be the first to go back to the continent.
We're going into action?
Where? What's the target?
Captain Hughes Halleteer and his staff at Combined Operations worked with Monty to prepare the outline plan. I want you to spend a week reviewing it.
This week?
Clock's ticking, Roberts.
We launch in 7 weeks.
7? But I only just took over the division.
Yes, ample time. Especially with Church here doing the detailed planning. Man has a mind like a steel trap.
Thank you, sir. May I say how excited I am that we'll be getting into action before the Americans?
The General made a compelling case for Canadian participation.
Well, there's no way I was going to have us playing second fiddle to those Johnny-come-latelys. Come on, let's have some champagne.
Hold on. Is anyone going to tell us the objective?
Dieppe.
Now, Roberts, it's up to you and your men to carry the ball down the field. But when you triumphantly cross the finish line, just remember who threw you that ball. To Dieppe.
Yeah.
German troop strength here is estimated at 500 conscripts. So we'll be coming ashore 10 against 1.
More than enough to make quick work of any opposition.
Are you sure of those numbers?
Intelligence isn't my bailiwick, I'm afraid.
Whose is it?
The Marquis of Casamori.
Magnus. Get on over to Combined Ops and talk to him and ask him how they decided there was only a handful of machine gun posts along this beach.
Who is this guy? Look at what he sent us. It's not intelligence, it's gossip. I asked for agents' reports and photo reconnaissance, and this is what I get. Someone's bloody holiday snaps from 1937.
You spell out the number of ships requested, but not the bombers.
We thought between 100 and 150.
I want the higher number, and let's fix it immediately. Everything depends on the initial success of the bombardment.
Hello, you must be Roberts.
Lord Mountbatten. Come in. Come in.
Do call me Dickie, please. I'm not one for formality.
This is Major Martinson.
How do you do?
Sir.
And this is...
Churchill Man. Yes. I saw you jump once at the World Championships in New York. If you're half as good at war as you are on the back of a horse, Jerry is going to have quite a nasty day at the beach.
Thank you, sir.
We were just reviewing the run into shore.
Ah. It's going to take a hell of a lot of firepower to shoot us in from the sea.
And you shall have it. Ever seen a battleship with its guns blazing?
No. You will have to shoot the crowds to get them to stop blithering.
But will it take out these big guns here on the East Cliffs?
Regard. The cliffs before bombardment. After bombardment.
Sold.
In that case, welcome aboard.
So there is some question of the intelligence from Casamori.
Well, there is no intelligence at Casamori's.
Get that man down! 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 Get him down, you idle thing, you! Down it! Hold that body right now! Up that wall! Get on that wall, you idle man! Turn down, where's on that wall?
You've been running us ragged. The men have been marching for weeks.
The Boy Scout days are over, Magnus.
$30 seconds?
Under 30 seconds. Under 30 seconds.
What, $1?
$5.
$5.
Gentlemen, we have a wager. Sten gun assembly, under 30 seconds.
$5 to get in. You guys, you want to get in? Let's see it.
Hey, I'm in for one. Okay, yeah, me too.
Anybody else? Hey, who's gonna watch?
Here.
You ready? Ready. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're on. $15 seconds. Five, 4. Done.
Great.
27 seconds. Thank you, gents. 27 seconds. Attention!
How fast?
27 seconds, sir.
Not bad.
Thank you, sir.
As you were.
You take him fishing?
I haven't yet, sir.
Take him fishing. Kids like that.
I'll do that, sir.
You should see the doctor about that.
I'm fine, sir.
If you don't, it'll get infected.
Yes, sir. It's his boots, sir. They're too big. Yeah, I stuffed them with rags. It's not so bad, sir.
What's the use, anyway?
Marching about. For what? We're never gonna get to fight.
Not true. I'm marching you hard, so we'll not only be able to meet the enemy, but chase him home.
Next stop, Berlin, eh, sir?
Let's hope so.
Is this sex or is this sex?
Let's go!
Fucker's trying to kill me!
Keep him going!
A fellow who makes model train sets made this up.
Such lovely toys Dickie has. Don't like these cliffs. If they're not got to right away, a devastating course fire will rain down on the main beach. This cliff especially.
The battleship should flatten it.
And if it doesn't, the bombers will.
The Royal Regiment of Canada will land here.
Yes, sir, along with Major Morton and his men.
They'll land in darkness. Quickly, take out these pillboxes, then work their way up the cliff to overrun any gun left in operation.
And there's an army barrack somewhere in here that will be taken out.
All that in the 30 minutes before the main landing comes in.
They're very good, sir.
What about these houses on the promenade? Surely every one of them hides a machine gun.
Once again, the battleship should level the whole lot.
Winston was so impressed by the raid on San Jose, he's made me the youngest vice admiral since Nelson. What do you think, Dudley?
Your title, as I understand it, is acting Vice Admiral. And while you may act the part, you'll always be a captain to me. Do I make myself clear, Captain?
Yes, sir.
Now, when your stint at Combined Ops ends, you'll come back to the Navy, where perhaps I might let you captain a battleship. So answer me this. After the loss of the Prince of Wales and the Repulse, would you risk a battleship in the Channel in broad daylight?
Sir, Dieppe is hardly the same show. We'll have 78 fighter squadrons providing protection overhead.
There would be no battleship.
Monty's entire plan is based on a battleship.
And if he takes the town, and I lose my battleship and 1,500 sailors, what do you think the press will say? They'll say Dieppe was a disaster.
A heavy cruiser, then?
No. And if you ask for a ship at this meeting, I'll veto the entire plan, I'm warning you. It's just not on. You'll have to rely on bombers, heavy bombers.
What if I went to Winston?
Who the blazes do you think warned me?
Ah, Vice Admiral. Are you joining us?
What? Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Can you see them?
Over here.
Oh, there they are. Hello! Hello!
Hey, Paul.
Welcome! Did you have a terrible flight?
Andy.
You look marvelous.
Good, good. Good to see you.
Tell me, is it serious?
I wish I could get him alone long enough to find out.
He's awfully shy. Oh, that's not shyness. It's hurt. The poor man still blames himself for his wife's death.
You should see the men, Andy. I have never seen them looking so eager and so disciplined.
What are you talking about?
Didn't Creer cable Ottawa?
Not that I was told. And what's this Operation Rudder?
It's a full division raid on Dieppe.
How about a drink? A drink sounds good. What do you say, Andy? Want to go around?
You deliberately plotted behind my back. You've committed me to the very thing I spent the last 3 years trying to avoid.
Andy, you can't avoid it. You can't bury your head in the sand. Didn't you look at a newspaper in Ottawa? Recruitment is down, production is down, morale is down.
You son of a bitch. You set me up and you damn well know it.
Andy, you're not listening. The government wants us fighting. And that is what the men want.
My men. And you gave them away to Mountbatten. Look what just happened at Saint-Nazaire. Half the force killed outright. Another 25% wounded. Don't you understand? The only way we can protect our own is by being in charge.
Monty is allowing us to do the detailed planning.
It's window dressing. Dieppe won't be a Canadian show.
You mean it won't be Andy McNaughton's show?
I want nothing to do with it. This is going to have your name on it. Harry.
Are you okay? I just ate my dinner for the third time.
Sir.
Yeah.
Are we 3 hours late?
3.5.
Hey, buddy, you gonna live?
Coming in, man!
Get ready!
Are you sure
is the right beach.
It better be.
I'll get a medic.
Don't! God! There's a bit of a lug around here somewhere. Oh, Christ, don't let me die a lingering death. Blow me up with a good 3-inch mortar. That's the proper way to go.
Expect we'll all die peacefully, sir.
Pull me up, will you? And let's have no more talk of peace.
Yes, sir.
New rule, huh? First man off has got to know how to swim.
I had men put down miles from the target. Men dropped in the middle of the English Channel, everywhere but the right beach. A total bloody shambles.
Must you smoke?
He has every right to be angry. I'm working with crews that have virtually no experience of this sort of operation. And quite frankly, I still think the troops will have a sticky time getting ashore without a battleship.
What do you mean, without a battleship? I was told there was.
And believe me, the first thing I did when I was appointed naval commander was to ask why there wasn't one. And I was informed it had been vetoed in the highest circles.
Did you request a battleship? My plan absolutely called for a battleship. I made it quite clear.
Sorry, old man. I would have mentioned it earlier, but I thought I could change the Prime Minister's mind.
And?
Unfortunately, he feels the loss of another battleship might bring down the government.
Well, quite frankly, given the failure of the exercise and the lack of a battleship, I suggest we cancel the entire operation. It's not worth the risk.
Let's not be hasty. I'm sure if we could have another run at it, another exercise.
Absolutely. We'll delay a few weeks and then mount another exercise.
Is there anything else I should know?
I've yet to hear if the cabinet has decided to lift the ban on bombing French ports.
You mean there's some doubt about the bombers as well?
Not anymore. Took a bit of prodding, but I was able to convince Winston to give us an exemption.
So, I still have my bombers.
Absolutely.
You may have had 3 ships sunk from under you, Dickie, but you still have a little sense.
Whatever could have become of them?
Probably lost.
this rate, we'll be lucky to find Europe, let alone Dieppe.
You mustn't fret, Roberts. This doesn't become an army problem until the troops land on the beach. Until then, it's Dickie's show. And just look at him. Cool as a summer breeze.
My men are razor sharp. When they're put down twice in the wrong spot, it affects their confidence.
Everyone's aware of the problem. All I can say is we're working on
Zero,
it.
this
Problem is, this is supposed to be a combined operation, but nothing combines.
Major,
Three, they put us
we
down
don't
on the
need
wrong
sarcasm.
beach.
We need solutions.
Yes, sir.
It's a $6 fine. Big deal.
I don't think it's right sneaking off. It's not. This isn't horsing around anymore. This is something big.
Good night, Mom. I'll see you in the morning.
He was long missed and deeply mourned. At least, so far as anyone could mourn one who was gone on such a happy journey. Where he went, or who went with him, it is impossible to say. But perhaps his godmother took him on his traveling cloak to the beautiful mountains. What he did there,
He's
or
been
where
asleep for the last half hour.
I know. This is a good story.
Here, let me take him up.
Let me tuck him in.
And action.
Goodbye, darling.
Where in the script does it say that you can kiss me?
We have a problem.
Cut.
Honestly, Merrill, you're heading off to war. You might be killed.
The star never gets killed.
Celia, darling, I think the kiss may be too much.
I went to Bomber Harris to finalize his participation, but it seems he's already been to Churchill and got him to reverse his decision about the bombing.
What does that mean?
No bombers. How on earth did he manage that? By convincing Winston there'd be nothing but negative publicity if bombing Dieppe kills more innocent Frenchmen than crowds.
And now Harris doesn't have to go on record as refusing to participate. He can blame it on the politicians. Clever boy. We've already had 2 raids cancelled by nervous army commanders. If we don't come through with bombers, Roberts might be the 3rd.
Nonsense. He simply needs to be convinced he doesn't need bombers. The key to success is tactical surprise.
Turnover.
You can hardly have surprise with bombers waking everyone up, now can you?
Speed. Mark it.
142 Apple, take 3.
Action.
Goodbye, dear.
Hold on here. I think that's much better. I like that little moment, that false start that you gave. Like.
Look, I don't know about politics. I'm a gunner, you understand? I'm used to going in under barrage. I can't ask my men to go in without bombers. I can't.
They'd follow you in with pea shooters, Ham.
But do they have to? Is that my choice?
Unfortunately, Bomber Harris has made the decision for us.
Yes. And too late to come up with another plan.
I didn't pick you out of a hat, Roberts. I checked your record. It's all guts and glory. No, did I make a mistake? What the hell's gotten into you?
Just remember, you're taking 5,000 crack troops against a third-rate garrison of 500.
I'll sleep on it.
The first commander back to the continent, those are pretty good odds.
You lucky bastard.
Do you think Roberts is any good?
What's goodness got to do with it? Jesus was very good. No one ever won a war by lounging about on the cross all day. Why can't the man decide?
Obviously, nothing can replace bombers. But what I can do is wrap these guns in so much smoke, we won't be able to fire with any accuracy.
Ham, we're all concerned about the East Headlands. But we'll have Cato and Morton landing at Puy with paratroops landing behind and tanks landing in the front.
Plus, you'll still have all my fighter aircraft overhead.
What about this new magic box?
Can you guarantee we'll land on the right beach?
If you're going, we'll certainly set you down on the right beaches.
We don't have any hard intelligence here. There's too many things we've just guessed at. I'm apprehensive.
We're all apprehensive, but let's be blunt here. Our troops' contribution to this war so far has been minimal. I think it's important we do this.
You're right. The men are ready. With a little bit of luck and surprise, we should be able to keep casualties to a minimum. Let's go.
Parade! Attention!
Brigade, at ease. Gentlemen, for 3 long years, we have sat here on this side of the English Channel. Well, I'm here today to tell you that our waiting is over. Shortly after midnight tonight, we'll sail for France. This is the operation you've trained for, the one you've waited for. So at dawn tomorrow, when the ramps go down and you come running off the boats, don't stop until you have reached your objectives. Good luck. And now, Lord Mountbatten has a few words to say.
Pull this raid off, Dickie. You're a cinch to lead the invasion. Some of you are probably wondering what a big American general like Eisenhower is doing here. After all, there are only 50 Americans in this party. But the truth is, I brought him here to show him what real soldiers look like. Some of you are going to die. I won't lie to you. And I sure as hell am not going to stand up here and tell you how to fight. Because word is out that the men of the 2nd Division are the toughest bunch of sons of bitches in England. Am I right?
See? There's Lord Mountbatten.
Wonder if he's eating.
Yeah.
That bum a smoke?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
My God, I'll be glad when we get out of here.
This is insane. Why the hell did they tell us we're going in and keep us waiting here?
Yeah.
Back up on your perch, Lionel.
Or else what? You can't tie us all up, Jaworski.
I can't.
Sir, Lord Mountbatten, you'd like to just have a word. Sir,
the reporters are already referring to me as the boy who cried wolf. I can't ask them to hold the front page another night.
As long as you're buying the scotch, they'll wait. We are finally going tonight, aren't we?
I'm afraid they're still debating the weather.
That is ridiculous. Where are they? This way.
My
My men have been cooped up on ships with little food or fresh water for 4 days. Now, we either get them off or we go.
What is the debate? Let's just go.
Why are you looking at me, Dickie? I can't control the weather in France. And I'm certainly not about to hazard an amphibious landing in rough seas.
Please. I've had rougher waters in my bath.
One of the sailors said he heard they're going to cancel.
Got a cigarette? What? Yeah. Got a
cigarette.
Dying down.
Oh, Jesus, Jaworski.
Get over here. What?
Hey, don't touch him!
Come on, Lionel.
As long as he screams, he stays like that. Needs air.
Damn.
Look it. I've got orders that says no one's to go up on deck. That means you too, Casey.
Let him go.
Let me out! Let me out!
Tie him
Come on,
back.
Get a hold of him!
Hey!
Get him!
Let him go!
I'm sorry! I'm sorry, sir! I can't breathe!
Sorry, it's claustrophobic.
I got stuck in a septic tank once.
We're all stuck in one right now. Come on, let's get you up for air.
No, it's not.
What is it?
It's German. Say it.
There it is.
It's German!
Two ships damaged, with only minor injuries to personnel.
Ships can be replaced.
Can't replace the element of supplies.
Too true. After this, Jerry's bound to know we're coming.
They have no way of knowing precisely where along the entire Channel coast will strike.
They sure as hell know where we are right now.
If I don't disperse the fleet, they'll be back to sink every ship in the harbor. I'm afraid there's nothing for it but to cancel.
You have no authority to cancel. Does he?
Actually, once the troops are on board, the decision to sail belongs solely to the naval commander.
Who put that in the orders?
Chiefs of staff.
Bloody hell, man! This is not some dinner invitation. Do you have any idea of the planning, the training, the favors I called to get us this far? We will not stand down.
It's not your call, Dickie. It's mine. The operation's cancelled.
I'm proud of you men. Morton, you did a good job.
Thank you, sir.
Frankly, I was starting to feel queer about the whole thing. My recommendation to the chiefs will be to cancel the operation for all time. For all time. Oh, and, Roberts?
Sir?
Never go hunting in the jungle with Dickie Mountbatten. Never. Good day.
Next truck, let's go! Bring it up, bring it up! Keep moving! Get it!
Bailey Groman should be forced to justify his cancellation in front of a government inquiry.
Or Monty. Vicious little prick. He knows damn well I have no other plans except Dieppe. Winston is begging me to do something, and I have nothing. Nothing!
We could remount it.
You're not serious.
Why not? There's no time to train for anything else. The tides will be right again in a month. We could go then.
But Monty's gone on record against it. And what about Bailey bloody Groman?
A word in the right ear, and he'll be transferred. And I might easily take his place.
But to remount? It's just too incredible.
That's the genius of it. Who would ever imagine we'd try again? Well. What's that you always say? Don't worry. We can always get it right.
The second time.
Good night.
Good night, Helen.